Oh, great horned one, what in the ruined realms have I done? Hey, it's Grover with Old Ones with Dice. So, for the last year and a half, 2 years, people have been trying to get me to play Warhammer Age of Sigmar. I'm not a huge fantasy fan, so I'm more into sci-fi games, particularly sci-fi skirmish games. But I'm willing to help out in the gaming club and to encourage players. People want to, if people want to play the game, I'm there to help be an opponent. That said, I've been kind of taking my time putting stuff together. I've got some 3D printed clan rats I've put together. Let's see if I can get that to focus. These files are Iman G's files. Sorry, Iman G. And I've got a bunch of his files. I've also purchased, a box of the clan rats. I've got some used models. And it's just never been real high on my priority. Then when Age of Sigmar 4 was announced with that Skaventide starter box, a friend of mine said, hey, I've got Stormcast. You're doing Skaven. Let's buy a box and split it. It's kind of a no-brainer. And get a bunch of models right away. Because I definitely need more clan rats. Eventually this turned into him saying, hey, you know what? We're going to be fighting over those rule books. So why don't we each buy a box, and I'll take the Stormcast, you take the Skaven. So I'm like, sure, let's do it. Well, those Skaventide boxes showed up. Now, I'm not going to do an unboxing video of that because, honestly, there's plenty of people that have already done that, and they've done better jobs than I'm going to. If you have any questions about what comes in the box, and you haven't seen it in another video, go ahead and hit me up in the comments. I'll definitely try to answer it. But honestly, there's a lot of other people already doing that. But what I did end up with is a lot of miniatures, a huge pile of shame that is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. In that Skaventide box, that's going to give me, with two of them, basically, I'm going to end up with 80 clan rats just there. Plus the 40 that I already have that have to be put together and or painted. Friend of mine, gleefully said, hey, you know what, by the way, you heard about my predicament. He says, I've got another box of clan rats. You want them? Sure. Now I'm at 140. And honestly, the idea of painting 140 little freaking clan rats, it's daunting. And, I'm going to try to turn that into an opportunity. I think this is a great opportunity to explore painting mass numbers of models. 140, I don't know if I'll be able to get to 140, but we'll see what we can do. I think it's going to be a great opportunity to explore some, faster painting techniques, how to mass produce those models, whether it's with speed paints, i.e. either Army Painter, GW's contrast paints, Vallejo's express paints. I think maybe I'll do a batch of 20 in techniques like that. I think another technique, blocking in the colors, using oil washes to accentuate the details. I think that's another way to do it. And also it gives me an opportunity to explore this. This is Noosh. It's a product from Pro Acryl. It's a acrylic weathering medium. And you can see, can't believe it's not oil wash. I played with this stuff last winter when it first came out, and it's pretty dry in my workshop at the time, so my working times were kind of quick with it, so I didn't get the best results, though I see it really does have potential. It's not quite as good as an oil wash, but you're not dealing with specialty paints, you're just using your own acrylics. Specialty, you're just rinsing with water. It's definitely easier to use than oil washes. Or at least less investment in, more toxic chemicals. If you want to join me on this journey of trying to paint this many models, or if you just want to watch a grown man cry in frustration, hit subscribe, hit like, leave me a comment, give me some encouragement, or just taunt me on my terrible decision making. This has been Grover at Old Ones with Dice.